Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. It is Monday and I decided to bring you along for full day of eating, hang with me for the day. It is actually a little bit late, it's 11:23. I have yet to eat breakfast because I'm not quite hungry yet. And I told you I am really watching my hunger cues. And I've been really busy. So I had one little baby this morning just until 11 o'clock. And now my summer is officially started. So I am on part-time duty. Love it. Yeah. So Thursdays, I have lots of kids in one day, but that's okay. So it'll be a lot of fun. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do this summer, so it'll be nice. My adorable little one, he's the youngest. Like I said, it was his last day, but he was only here till 11 o'clock. He brought me the sweetest gifts. He brought me these beautiful flowers. Let me see my big market basket there. These. And it was a huge bouquet and it didn't quite fit in my picture. So I took them apart and I made a second bouquet. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these yet. But aren't they gorgeous? She got them at a local farmer's market that I knew nothing about. So I can't wait. It's on Sundays. So we have that one we go to on Saturdays. And now we know about this one on Sunday. We're not going to be able to go this Sunday because Doug has to sing solo at 11:30 Mass. And it's only till 1 o'clock, so we'll have to do it the next Sunday. She also brought me some homemade jam that she got at the farmer's market and some pretzel shortbread from the Lost Bread Company, so at the farmer's market. So I thought that was so very sweet of her. What have I done today? Oh my goodness. The bone broth was finally done 48 hours later. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I ended up getting probably about like 36 cups of broth. Yes, so what I'm going to do, I have it in 4 bowls. I'll turn you around and show you. My counter's a hot mess because I'm editing a video. I've got my flour stuff and I've got my sink full, but it's real life around here and kitchens get messy when you're busy in them. So I'll show you my broth, and I'm going to try to fit it into 2 or 3 of my half-gallon mason jars and put it in the fridge overnight. I'm going to let it cool on the counter. And then I'm going to get it in the fridge overnight so I can skim the fat off the top. And then tomorrow I'm going to can it up. I am so excited. It looks beautiful. I 100% will do it in the roaster, not in the Instant Pot with the beef broth. It just didn't get that nice color. This is deep dark brown. The Instant Pot looked like chicken broth. So I added that into the roaster last night, the stuff from the Instant Pot. So just to give it a more depth of flavor. So I'm excited to can it up tomorrow, see how much I get out of it. And I still have that whole bag of bones. So depending on how many quarts I get, we'll see. I might do that second batch this week. I think I'm going to run to the farmer's market or the road stand today. Jersey blueberries are out. I'm going to get a flat of blueberries and make some jam. I think I have 1 jar of blueberry left from last summer. So we did well with that. I did just enough to give as gifts and for us to eat. I feel like I'm on overload. But I've gotten so much done this morning already. I was texting with Sandy. I helped her with something. I got my collab film that's going up tomorrow. It is a summer tips collab. So there's going to be 2 videos going up at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Our tag and the collab. I don't feel like I brought a whole lot to the table with this collab. I really feel, I don't know. I hope I don't disappoint you guys. But it is what it is. So anyway, I am going to turn you around and show you my broth. And then the boys are going to help me. We are evicting the Cornish rocks from the basement. They are going outside today. So they are very excited to be out in the grass. I'm very excited for them to be out of my basement. Yeah, so anyway, let me turn you around, show you this beautiful broth, and then keep going on my day. So here is 3 bowls. Look at that depth of color. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm so excited about this bone broth because it's the first time I've made beef. And then a messy sink, all the bones. And then there's the 4th bowl of it. So there's definitely a lot of it. I'm going to let it sit out in the bowl until it cools down. Then I'm going to put it in jars and get it in the fridge overnight and then start canning it tomorrow. Okay, it is eviction time for the Cornish rocks. So here comes brooder number 1. You can see how big they are getting. And I will show you the setup. Doug's gonna have to secure the tarp down, but for now this will be fine. It's not windy today. Here's the hoop coop. I have half of it covered so they can get out of the sun, and then we have part of it in the sun, and their food and water will be right in through the door. So look how stinking big they are, and they are just 2 weeks old. And you can see they're like really patchy. You can see their skin, it's because they grow faster than their feathers. So I am going to get them into their new home. And here comes brooder number 2. I don't even have all the first ones in yet. These guys are quick. Okay, so there they are, enjoying life in the grass, in the shade, in the sun, having a good old time. You can see some are a lot bigger than the others. They're definitely the roosters. And this one's looking right at me. So we're gonna have to work on Aria not barking at them. Got their food, water, they're good to go. Living their best life. We are off. I am going to pick up my BFF, Krista. You've met her several times. And we are going to head up to the produce market and see what we can get. I plan on getting, since they have Jersey berries, I plan on getting, hopefully, if the price is right, a flat of blueberries. And I need to get some kind of veg for dinner tonight. I'm not sure what. We are having salmon and rice pilaf and a veg. I'm not sure what kind I want yet. I have not eaten yet. I am still not hungry. I drank about 36 ounces of water. I did my electrolyte water, half a lemon, a little bit of salt, and I feel so much better. I woke up with a headache, and I 100% know it was because I was dehydrated. I did not drink enough yesterday, and I had junk food. I had pizza, which, you know, is very high in not the good kind of sodium you want, and junk food. So I felt myself. I just felt dehydrated. So I made sure I hydrated immediately this morning with some electrolyte water. Then I had some tea, so I feel much better. Just not in the mood to eat yet. I think just because I ate so much yesterday. I think when I get home, I'll have a nice, fresh lunch. I'm not quite sure what I want yet. I'm thinking I definitely want some nice melon, some hydrating fruit. And nothing is better than cold watermelon in my world to rehydrate and just taste yummy. So I'm thinking that. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what strikes my fancy. But I really am, I'm really digging this hunger cue thing, and I'm really glad I'm thinking about it and not just eating on the clock, if that makes sense. I definitely feel better, and I definitely sleep better getting out of that I need a snack before nighttime mentality. I never used to do it, and then all of a sudden I started getting into it with popcorn and stuff. And, you know, since I haven't been doing that, I've been sleeping so much better. So there's definitely something to it. Now, somebody had said to me, it sounds like you're doing intermittent fasting. And I guess maybe I am in a way, but I'm not like paying attention to times or anything. I'm just paying attention to my body. And everybody's body is different. And you have to pay attention to your body. You don't do what somebody online does, somebody on the internet, somebody on Facebook, somebody on YouTube. You do what works for you. And you know what? What works for you today may not have worked for you 2 years ago. What worked for you today may not be what works for you next year. don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to adapt, because we learn, we grow, we know better, we do better, and all that good stuff. So I am pulling into Krista's driveway, so I will talk to you all soon. Okay, I am home from the produce stand, and if I think about it, I'll show you what I got. I got part of the kitchen cleaned up from all the bone broth. Now I'm finally sitting down to have something to eat. Did not eat breakfast today, just going right to lunch. And I am having a grilled cheese sandwich. This is 2 slices of my homemade bread for 4 points. I have 3 points worth of my raw milk cheddar cheese that I buy from Azure on there. And I have 2 points worth of butter on the bread that I cooked the grilled cheese in. So 9 points for my sandwich, which is fine because we're having a low point dinner. And then I've got 1 whole cucumber here from my garden with a little bit of my homemade ranch. So there is my lunch for today. Okay, there it is. I got 4 half-gallon jars and that in the bowl. It turned out to be about 40 cups of broth. So I'm very excited. That'll be about 9 or 10 quarts that I will can up tomorrow. I just got everything cleaned up and now I'm just kind of figuring out what to do. Because it's already 3 o'clock. And Adam's friend is coming for dinner, so I pulled another piece of salmon out, and maybe I'll start prepping some dinner. Okay, most of the day is gone, and I've been in the kitchen. I might as well stay here. So I got the asparagus ready. That's just the ends. They're going to go in the compost. I got the asparagus ready to go in the oven, and I decided now I got some heads of cabbage. I'm going to make some sauerkraut. I ran out and did not have any fermenting on the shelf, and we really miss it. So I am just going to do this right now, get that going. And I got the broccoli all prepped and in the Instant Pot. So I'm doing good. We're there. So I got all the cabbage chopped to make my sauerkraut. This is 1 head, by the way, and this is my biggest bowl. And it dawned on me that all of my half-gallon mason jars that I use to ferment my sauerkraut have beef bone broth in them right now. So until I can up that beef bone broth tomorrow and clean out my jars, this is going to get covered and just go in the refrigerator, and I will now deal with it tomorrow. So I got some news that made me super duper excited. 2 things actually. You know that I told you guys that Doug went back to the office, and it kind of made me sad. We got into such a wonderful routine with him being home, and I loved having him home. Made life easier. Well, they said it would be temporary, hopefully, until they hired somebody and got them trained to do the in-office portion of the work. Well, they've been interviewing and they found someone that has a lot of promise. So fingers crossed it works out. He trains up quickly and Doug can come home and work from the basement again. That was the first thing. The second thing was Doug's company, the corporate office, went to this model a little while ago to try it out. And now they're letting all the branches do it if they so choose. And Doug's department, the engineering department, chose to try it. It is completely optional on Doug's part, but he's jumping on it. They are going to go to every other Friday off. So 1 week will just be a regular work week. The next week he'll have Fridays off and he'll just work 4 10-hour days. And they said you can work those 10-hour days however you want. If you want to come in an hour early, if you want to stay an hour later, if you want to knock time off your lunch, however you want to do it, as long as you get your 40 hours in, they don't care. And it's nice because we're early risers. So Doug can go in early and still be home at a great time. So we're pretty excited about that. What he said he might do is like mix it up, like maybe Monday, just take a shorter lunch. Tuesday, go in really early. Wednesday, stay a little bit later. He's not sure yet, but we're excited about that. So every other Friday he will be off. And you know he takes a lot of Mondays off anyway in the summer so we can go down to the shore. So he'll have a lot of 4-day weekends. So I am super duper excited about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna cover this cabbage and put it to bed until tomorrow, and it's 3:40. Maybe we'll start some jam. I'm trying to decide, blueberry or strawberry? Blueberry or strawberry? Strawberry takes longer because you have to really prepare the strawberries more. You know, I have to hull them and all, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, ignore the microwave fan in the back. It automatically comes on if it gets too hot, and with the canning pot going, it got too hot. So there are all of my jars of strawberry jam. I used 2.5 pounds of strawberries, and I got 9 half pints of jam. Not sure if I'm going to do any more tonight. I'll figure it out. But now it is time to get dinner on the table. Okay, so much for my full day of eating. Yeah, we are just having such a good time around the table. I completely forgot. I had a piece of salmon, which is 0 for me. I had 3/4 of a cup of rice pilaf, which is 5 points for me. And I had roasted asparagus, which is 0 points for me. So 5 points for my dinner tonight. But having these two across from me, making me laugh the entire time, I forgot to film. It is so nice having lots of young kids back around the table.
Oh, you're young, you hear that? You're older. Shut up. So rude.
See what I mean? Well, friends, that is it for me today. Not a very good full day of eating, was it? It is what it is. You know what salmon looks like. You know what rice looks like. But we were having a good time, and Adam and Michael have been best friends since kindergarten. Michael lives down the shore in the summer, so they don't get to see each other quite as often as they like to. So, you know, with both of them working and everything. So it was a very, very nice dinner. We had a very good time. So that is that. I am ending my day here. I'm not going to eat anything else. I am very full. That dinner was delicious. And I've got a mess and I have to clean up in my kitchen because I didn't get the canning stuff cleaned up before I started dinner. So I've got a double mess going on here, and I need to get everything ready for tomorrow because I will be canning up that beef broth tomorrow. So that is it. There will be 2 videos out at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning from me. I do apologize for that. It will be our weekly tag if I get it filmed. Hoping to do that tonight. So 3 videos all in the same clothes. And the collab, the summer tips collab. So be on the lookout for those. And thank you so much, as always, for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me, my friends. Have a great, great Monday night, and I will see you all in my next video.